It all starts with, and always comes back to, the land. Landscapes entwined in the lives of every Oregonian. From land to legacy. In 1913, the state formed a highway commission with the slogan, "Get Oregon out of the mud." Out of that mud came a system of highways. Autos tootled along at about 8 miles per hour. And distances were long, so people needed places to stop. Oregon parks began as a series of waysides. That same year, Oregon acquired a unique driving route. Governor Oswald West declared the entire coastline a public highway. It was a staggering, momentous piece of public policy, and it proclaimed Oregon's appreciation of its scenic beauty. Following those visionary beginnings came Sam Boardman. In 1929, he was named the first superintendent of Oregon State Parks. To Sam, waysides were just a start. He knew that land, as he put it, would never again be as cheap. His ability to make land deals became the stuff of legend. Timber companies, federal agencies, wealthy landowners, and even regular folks donated land, swapped parcels, or sold property at deep discounts to Sam Boardman. He was there in the 1930s when the Civilian Conservation Corps made its mark on some 45 parks. These Depression-era relief workers built trails, fences, picnic tables, footbridges, buildings, roads, and furniture. Some of their work can still be seen today. Thanks to Sam Boardman, Oregon gained about 50,000 acres of parkland. No one person, before or since, has accomplished as much for Oregon State Parks. By the 50s, the baby boom, a buoyant economy, and more leisure time fueled the rise of tourism. Dozens and dozens of small parks and waysides were turned into campgrounds, ushering in a new era of parks. Another visionary governor, Tom Mccall, helped pass the Oregon Beach Bill, which decreed that the 362-mile shoreline belonged to the people of Oregon. And eventually, State Parks was directed to manage it all. Campgrounds and day-use parks were the mainstay of Oregon State Parks. Then, beginning in the 1970s, new responsibilities were assigned. Recreation trails, historical trails, scenic waterways, the Willamette River Greenway, and a host of grant programs. Ironically, as these responsibilities grew, funding, the use of gas tax revenue, was taken away. By 1998, millions of dollars of unfunded maintenance projects left parks in disrepair, with the threat of dozens of closures. Voters came to the rescue, directing funding from state lottery profits until the year 2014. Since then, millions of dollars have gone to maintenance, new parks, and grants, moving state parks into the 21st century.
Just to mention state parks to Oregonians, they just brighten. They think of the things that are great about Oregon encompass Oregon state parks. Yes.
I think state parks are important to Oregonians. They'll tell you that for a lot of reasons. One is just the outdoor space. Two is the history, and three is just the ability to get out and learn new things.
I got a phone call from my wife one evening. She said, "So what did you do today?" And I said, "Well," and we hiked up in the mountains and we looked at a waterfall and we decided to buy it. There aren't many jobs where you can just go around the state and buy waterfalls.